What's up, everybody? Welcome. Toner's like right on it right away, already liking the show. Love Dave Toner. Dave's just anxious right off the get-go at 8 o'clock on a Monday night. Welcome, everybody, to Dueling Aces for April 3rd, 2023. And with me, of course, is Clint, the hype man.
What up?
How are you, sir?
I'm good. All Mania out. Busy wrestling week. Had to watch Mania. Had to watch NXT stand and deliver. Also had to watch the ROH Supercard.
Wow. So you had a full-blown weekend. I did not get to
We're going to
catch.
recap all them shows, so you got to.
And I was going to say, you and Robert will be doing that on Hot Tag, right?
Yes, sir.
But we, of course, are going to start off. We're also going to cover at least Mania. I did not get to watch any of the NXT. I've had a full-on schedule myself this past weekend, so it has been it definitely has been an interesting Mania, to say the least. I'm going to start off right in with The Miz and Snoop Dogg hosting.
Yeah.
It's weird not to have Miz in a match. It really is. Mr. Jim, how are you, sir? He says, Clint.
What's up, sign guy? My man right there.
That's right. Like I said, it's weird not seeing Miz in a match.
Yeah. I mean, Miz, I'm paying like, you got what you got from Miz hosting Mania. I mean, you can say whatever you want about Miz, but he probably was the perfect host for Mania, though. And then you just put him with Snoop, who's just like, he's like the king of like Cali. So it's just like, and they had some chemistry. They flowed back and forth off one another, which I liked. Miz actually had two matches. We'll probably get to those later, though. Later, though.
Actually, I'm gonna continue right with those.
Right then.
Because I was also surprised because in the hey Soren, how are you, sir? Hey Marcy, long time no see.
Marcy.
How you doing? It was weird that they were going to skip out with Maurice because they showed that Maurice was supposed to host with him, and she wasn't even in an appearance. You know?
Yeah, I don't know if that was last minute changing, the way they decided against it, probably. But I mean, I kind of, in a way, I'm kind of happy that Maurice wasn't there to host it with Miz. Because it would have been more like a love fest thing with them two, spreading compliments back and forth to each other, compared to like what we actually got from Miz. So.
Okay. Well, let's get into the first matchup. She says he's been stupid. A little time saw you live. Here I am. Thank you, Marcy. Appreciate it. Definitely miss hanging out with you guys. So let's get into his first match.
Let's go. Pat McAfee. Improper 2. Oh, yeah, the Improper 2 match between them. The funniest thing to me is just Michael Cole just getting a hard on every time Pat McAfee comes back, bro. It's like, bro, it's like, calm down, man. It's like it's one of those videos where, like, you ain't seen, like, it's like one of them army videos with Cole every time he see Pat McAfee come back. He's like, yes. Yeah, I'm like, oh, he's Joe Bucking when it comes to Pat McAfee, like Joe Buck did with Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, okay, I'll buy that one. I'll buy that, absolutely.
But I will say this though, that match was just strictly a match just to showcase George Kittle. I mean, he is a wrestling fan. I mean, hell.
And that's the second time a tight end
I call him the people's tight end because I mean, like the biggest like wrestling fan probably in the NFL. In the NFL.
Yep. And it's the second time the tight end has been in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Gronk was in there just a few years back.
Yeah.
You know?
I liked yeah. I liked it Kittle though. They just kept it short with Kittle. He just did a couple clotheslines, which were some good clotheslines, by the way. Way just basically just put him back in the ring and that was it. But also to
See,
another good thing too about that though is Miz. I looked at like Miz will do whatever the company asks him to ask him to do.
oh, absolutely.
Because like he just went along with it like but
Well, he is the draw. He is a very popular draw.
yeah, I like Miz. I like Miz. I mean
Oh, I do too.
I like
Uh,
that like now at this point of his career, I mean like he's not really like the main like eventer no more like he was, but like he don't
well,
need to
he
be in the
can
main
be if
event
he
though.
needs to be.
If the situation asks
Yeah,
for him to be in the main event, but
yeah,
nah, he
but
don't need to.
he can still put anybody over that he needs to.
Oh yeah.
He
Yeah, he definitely
definitely.
will. I think that's what he kind of more is now, kind of in a way.
And let's talk about the secondary on night 2 when Shane makes a very rare appearance. I didn't see that one coming.
He was out of shape like a mug. Already seen it.
Oh,
He
I
came down that ramp and started what's the name? He started breathing him like, oh God. He ain't make it down the ramp yet before he started breathing heavy. Came out there, did his punches, hit a leapfrog, and then tore his quad.
yeah, but you could tell that the leapfrog was a setup, especially
I
for
think,
Snoop.
yeah, but then no, because that's like he tore it for real. He
Oh, he
legit
did.
tore his quad. Yeah, he legit tore his quad. And Triple H said, he said he said that Shane tore his quad, and he gave credit to Snoop Dogg for improvising on the fly. So like that's like when he
Yeah,
did
I
that
haven't.
poor variation of a people's elbow. And I think Miz said something to him. I think Miz was saying pin me or something like that. Like,
Well, the freeze frame of the elbow looked good.
oh Lord. I seen that. I'm like, oh, you about to do the people's elbow. That was like so he like I'm like, oh no.
But hey, we both know improvisation is literally one of the best things to pull off when it's unexpected. When it's not
Yeah.
scripted and that's what you get, it's perfect.
That's still
It's
one of the
perfect.
worst people elbow. You made one of the worst finishers ever in wrestling history even worse. That's like when he did the frog splash on eight with the frog splash. That didn't look good.
Yeah, this is
He
true.
tried. It didn't look good though.
Well, let's carry on to what didn't look good. Opening match, night 1. John Cena, aka Mr. Ring Rust.
Let's be
It
honest.
was pretty.
Everybody knew this match. Everybody knew Cena was going to lose. Was going to lose this match. I mean, he just came in just like expecting. Like me and Rob, like I thought Theory was gonna like run through him quick. I felt Theory should have ran through him quick. Rob was right on terms. It was gonna be a kind of a longer match between them two than expected. And I want to say they went at least a decent time, but like
I
Theory
was going to
basically
say, I think it was
dominated the
11.
match. John Cena, it basically was John Cena getting off his signature stuff, like the five knuckle shuffle, and like he couldn't even get the AA off, and then like what I hated was that knocked the ref off, and then Cena did the whole after he tapped. Cena like, I won. I'm like, Cena, you've been in the business way too long, bro. Like, don't be so obvious when you doing that. Like, I
Well,
will say this though. And that's also too the fact that he had the Make a Wish. He had like a bunch of the Make a Wish kids there
Well, I
for his
think they're always there.
entrance there. No, it was like he had a bunch of them there, like because like he was like the all time leader in Make a Wish. Like he probably like over
Right.
600 something wishes. Which is one thing I can say. You can hate John Cena all you want, but you can't really hate John Cena because he'll do anything for them kids. So it's just like you gotta respect that. Respect that. But
I think
yeah, I mean
I think WWE is one of the largest Make a Wish
they
requests.
are. But Cena I think is long
Yeah,
and far
we know he is the
past.
biggest draw.
Past. But like I was just like first of all, I don't know. Every time John Cena come back, he'd wear like these raw vintage shirts that like I gotta find. Like, that shirt he had was raw. I'm like, that's a nice shirt. He did the run. I'm like, he actually ran down the ring. He looked like he got tired towards the end. I was like, I forgot. I'm like, which mania was that when like the ramp like curved and he literally ran all the way down. Like he was running for like 5 minutes, like non-stop, like Ultimate Warrior or something. Something. But
Well, let's
what do you
talk
expect
about
of that
Theory.
match?
Theory, I still think he was brought up too soon. I don't think the match went, I think, 11 minutes. And
I like what this match did for Theory. It literally the match was literally to get Theory over, like get him like super heat, which it did because he had to cheat to beat John Cena. He
which
was
I
just
don't
so
think they
brash
needed,
about it.
but I don't think they needed it.
I think they had to. I
Really?
wouldn't. You were the whole. I said the thing of that match was to get Theory on, to get heat on Theory. Like Theory was never going to beat Cena clean. He never was going to beat him clean. He was going to cheat or do something to beat Cena. He wasn't going to beat Cena clean. Like,
I was going to
like
say,
no,
for as rusty as Cena looked, I think he could have.
no, he wasn't going to beat him clean. But Cena came in there, did what Cena was going to do, did signature moves, got off all his major stuff. You know, panhandle to the crowd a little bit, but Theory was going in there with the win, did his job, got Theory more heat. I mean, he beat a legend and beat an all-time legend, so did his job. You know,
Uh,
did his job.
well, yeah, I can see on that did his job, but I don't think he's like I said. You could have put Miz and Cena in. I think it would
No,
have even.
no, no. I'm not. I'm tired of seeing matches happen over and over again. I've seen Cena and Miz too many times. I don't want to
Yes,
see them
but
no more.
well, but they can carry a story. Theory still can't carry a story in the
I,
ring.
actually, it was actually the story when you go back to all the Raws. Like he basically was just like talking crap about John Cena. Like he threw the spinner championship in the trash. You know when Cena had the U.S. championship, threw it in the trash.
Yeah,
He kept trolling him every week, saying, "Oh, he can't see no." Then Theory, then when Cena came to that Raw, I want to say like 2 weeks ago, I think he basically buried Theory on the microphone, on the microphone, and it led to the just matchup. So I say it was an okay match for what I expect. It was good for what I expect. I wasn't going to here expecting this match to like take over the show. Like I wasn't expecting like I thought there was gonna be him in like 6-7 minutes. That match went almost 12. Like
yeah,
I don't know. I thought they should have ran through him quickly, but then again, John Cena probably not gonna let himself get beat that quickly though. At least it's another like
right.
big
Well,
name star. Like he let Brock Lesnar beat him in like 30 seconds one time. Like
no, we'll get into my opinion on listeners in a minute. Let's we'll keep going through the rough matches. Next up, Seth and Logan Paul.
I'm gonna say
Um,
this about Logan Paul.
all right, go ahead.
Is much like I hate him and his brother.
I was gonna say this is a
I hate
Clevelander. This is
I hate
another
them both.
Clevelander.
No, Jake represents Cleveland. Jake reps Cleveland more than Logan does. I can't stand either one of them. But I will give credit where credit due. Every time this man steps foot in the ring, it has been good. Been good. Good.
But I don't want a part-time
Happy still
person.
got his moment. Like, motherfucker, what you saying?
I'm sorry. I said I don't want a part-timer though.
No, I agree with
Either
you. That
commit
that is
or get
exactly what
out.
he is, though. You bring him for special matches. It's he's kind of like he get legend treatment, but he's not a legend. Right.
That is my
Right
problem.
to say it.
Yeah,
Say it.
that's
You
the
paid him
problem I've
shit
got
crap
with him.
ton of money. But I'll say this though. I'd rather see Logan Paul than Bill Goldberg.
Touche.
I'd rather see Logan Paul than Hulk Hogan.
Agreed.
Hogan.
I agree.
But yeah, but like and then you put him in
I
there
agree.
against somebody that's gonna put him there against somebody like Seth Rollins, like just one of the best workers in the business. Like Seth's gonna make sure everything goes out perfectly. He's gonna work with him and everything like that. So
Well,
I think
Bryce
the
was
one thing about
literally bouncing off the couch. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, all right,
Logan Paul's entrance was trash though.
whoever was in the prime bottle was either going to help or hurt Logan.
It's crazy because I instantly knew who it was as soon as he was tonight. As soon as they told him, I'm like, oh, that's KSI. I knew who he was, was. I'm like, dang. And then he started celebrating. Like, he put that prime suit on for a reason because he was going through a table.
Mm-hmm.
He got
Yep.
full force through that table.
Yeah, you knew something was going down big time.
But Seth Rollins is just like super over, bro. Like the best part was when Seth hit that stuff. He started like spinning around the floor. I'm like, bro, you gonna have a seizure, bro? Calm down, calm down. Ran, hit the stump. He looked great, man. Like I said, Logan Paul. One thing I'll say about Logan Paul, he does bring it every time he is in one of these matches.
But he's got to commit. It's like
He's not
commit
gonna
or
commit
get
to a
out.
he's not gonna commit to a full time schedule. He got too much going on. I mean,
Then get
he got
out.
a successful podcast.
We have a successful podcast.
Yeah. I mean, you can tell him to get out, but the only difference is they're gonna, as long as he keep putting up performances like that and he keep it up, whenever they fight they need him, they're gonna bring him back. But he did say something like he said like his contract was up after this match though, so
I was gonna say we'll
he
get
probably had like one of them
into
UFC deals where he probably signed like a 4-match contract or something.
a lot of
Yeah,
a lot of contracts are going to get looked at, but we'll get
he get a
into
lot
that a
of
little
money
bit
for
later
it though.
too.
He get a lot of money for it though.
Next up, as much as I love Lita, Trish, and Becky, this match kind of lulled me to sleep a little.
I'm going to this match thing. I'm trying to figure out, is Lita hurt or something?
I couldn't
I don't know.
tell.
It was just I can tell just by the way the match was. Like, I don't know. Like the poetry and motion, it's like I don't know. She just didn't feel like comfortable getting all the way up there to do how she used to, but she changed
I
in
think she
midair.
missed it. I
She
think she
wasn't.
totally missed it.
She wasn't. She wasn't herself in this match. Like I seen Lita come back. Like Lita put on better performances than what she put on Sunday.
I agree.
Like her Hell in a Cell match against Becky Lynch was like an awesome match. But I don't know. Like it just seemed like something wasn't right with Lita. Good thing about Trish, her top like was about to pop off any second. But they said it was a modified version of her last after when she was last at Main, which I've seen like the Great Pants and everything.
Right.
Yeah, this match kind of was it kind of was a downer. I mean, props to Bailey because Bailey let Dakota Kai and Io Sky basically like do most of the match. Like let those that ain't established as you get some rub on Mania against
Against a couple legends.
against two legends and probably a Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer herself. So I like that Bailey did that. She basically just let them two like get all the rub. Which one thing I love about Bailey, like she knew there was the big moment for them. She's like, it's their first Mania. Like, go ahead, like run wild, like do
But
what you
see, I'm
can.
not crazy about how the storyline got set up with this. I mean, if you're really going to work it properly, I would have had Bailey and Becky team up and go against Dakota Kai and Io. I would have worked the angle that way. I mean, this has been tough to watch.
Damage Control booking since they got put together been tough to watch. They win the titles, then lose the titles, and then I don't know how they whole booking since they've been linked together. Their whole booking been odd. It just seemed like they haven't been booking them right. I mean, this match, like, also too, I was waiting on because the rumor was that Trish is going to turn heel on Becky, and they're going to set something up for SummerSlam, which I can probably see happen probably. But yeah, this match was.
This was kind of a snoozer. This one I think was a snoozer. I mean, you brought those titles in, and I mean, if you're gonna say, well, you've got a good pairing there with Becky and Lita.
I don't. When it comes to them WWE, them women tag team titles, I don't trust WWE to do anything with those titles. They don't have they're just belts. They're just throwing people. They're not like actual like legit titles like you're going to defend. Like they're not. They're not.
I mean,
They throw too many makeshift tag teams together. Like
right, because you literally don't have a good grouping of women's tag team, and we'll get into that from the night 2 coming up too, regarding tag teams in the women's division. It's lost its luster, if anything.
But I will give Trish her props though. Trish did her thing in this match. Trish was a little off with timing, but I mean, I'll let that pass because she looked way better than Lita.
I totally agree. I think,
and especially like because Trish basically was doing everything, like the Stratus Fashion spot that like they did, like which I can understand trying to do it on the outside. You trying to hold somebody up, like I don't know, like Lita dealing with some kind of lower extremity injury, I believe. She just didn't have her speed.
Misstepped that poetry in motion. It was
it's like she did it, and then like midair, she knew she was going to do it, so she changed it into the what's the name? Like, Lita was
did you see how close? But Becky was way too close, and I think that's what threw it off. Because usually you're supposed to have about a 2-foot gap in between, and she was like right up against her. And Lita came in, and then Lita kind of saw at the last minute how close it was, and she's like, "Nope, can't do it because it's too close." So I think that was more of a safety thing. Because I went back and I rewatched it and I saw it again, and I think it was just because she was too close. I mean, Jeff and Matt, they know what they know where their spot is when they want to set that up. And it's really hard to have somebody who's not used to doing that. That's supposed to set up what when you have an assist like that. I mean, it's just like with the Usos doing the D1, which is technically the 3D. You've got to you need to know how to do it correctly so that you don't get somebody hurt. So you're literally, expecting the third party person to make sure that they're in the right spot at the right time. In that case, Becky was not in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, it could be. I just think Lita was off this match. Something not right with Lita. Something wasn't right with her this match. I don't know what it was. Look, some just didn't seem right. You probably should have did the heel turn this match. That match.
Well, let's move on to the men's showcase.
For a fatal for a match that they threw together, I ain't gonna even lie. I love this match.
I wasn't mad about it myself. I thought that the groupings, I mean, we've seen Viking Raiders and Street Profits before. The Alpha Academy thing.
We seen Gable and Otis.
Yeah.
I
We,
thought Otis was going to bail the team with maximum male models, but no, he didn't.
and putting Braun and Ricochet together, that reminds me of Kane and Ray all over again.
It's crazy because when we did predictions, I think me and Rob both picked Braun and Ricochet to win this match, and I think we picked them more because of the fact that like out of all them tag teams there, I feel like they the one that could have used the big post Mania push.
Oh, I definitely
But
agree.
I'm not mad that y'all gave to Street Profits. I mean, shout out to my man Dawkins though. Like, no, take that back. I said my MVP of that match was Ricochet because when you hit that shooting star press and then you caught the table to save yourself from face planting, because that would have been ugly.
Ugly.
Catch himself. So,
yeah.
And then he had another spot when he ran up. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm like, I see you, Ricochet. Okay. And then the ending was awesome with Ricochet going for the 630, and then Dawkins get the knees up and then hold them there, and then forward with the frog splash. They win it that way. That
and I'm a big fan of both Braun and Ricochet, so I was pulling for him too. Bryce was as well because Bryce is a big Ricochet fan, huge fan. He disappearing on me. Oh man, Clint.
I'm good.
No, like I said, we're big fans of theirs, and as you said, for putting it together last minute wasn't bad.
It was. And shout out to Chad Gable too for actually lifting Braun Strowman kind of easily.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But he's an underrated. He's somebody too that's like an underrated wrestler. He's another guy they don't push though. He can wrestle his ass off Chad Gable. Like that's a good match though.
All right.
This match was funny. Rob said they gave Dom a JPEG just so he can get his ass whooped by his daddy. I'm like, yeah. Like the interest, bro. I'm like, he coming out here in like a police. Like, we really living this. Like,
yeah.
But I wasn't mad at it though. I like I get it. I understand it. I don't buy Dom. Like,
no,
he's trying. Like, this is like
that is creativity.
It's just so hard with me. It is.
Yeah,
it is.
That's creativity.
He's playing the hell out that role.
Yeah, that's creative. Yeah, I was just like, no, you guys could have done this totally different. Now the very weird part was he came out wearing a mask, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
That was the mask Ray wore against Eddie Guerrero at Halloween Havoc.
Well, but the thing is you have to earn wearing a mask.
That's the whole thing. Dom, the whole angle with this whole thing is Dom is disrespectful to his dad.
Dom is disrespecting a lot. Yeah.
So that's why he comes out there wearing that mask. And the mask against Ray wore against Eddie at Halloween Havoc, which was when Rey Mysterio, he called it one of his best matches. I mean, then Rey Mysterio comes out there with Eddie's lowrider,
driving the lowrider. Yep.
Snoop, and I'm looking like, and then I'm like, Ray is from San Diego. Ray not too far from LA. I was like, it makes sense. And then the match was funny. Like, he booked him with the belt. Dom with the water in Aaliyah's face. I'm like, okay. Not like Dom just about to play the asshole role. Like, and he did. Like,
and what was with the cinnamon? Look, we had the prime bottle early on, and then we had
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm not getting what the heck all of this sponsorship is just burning WWE all of a sudden. Is this match is sponsored by so-and-so? This match is, are you telling me and we found out today a little bit more. But you're telling me that the company is hurting that much that they're going out and they're tattooing up their baseball field with a whole bunch of signs all outside in the outfield. It's starting to look like a minor league freaking product.
I just didn't like that. I agree in terms of I felt they had way too many. It was too many commercials. Like, I don't need y'all to do somebody's entrance, and then we showing a commercial for TurboTax. Like, no, wow,
Yeah.
no, like I don't need y'all to tell me like our main event is coming up, and then I get a promo for Snickers. I don't get it, but it was awesome. That match, bro.
You're not Brock Lesnar. You're not Brock Lesnar when you're hungry.
No. Apparently, Big E, when he put Big E in front of us, he put Big E in front of a Snickers machine. He don't know what Snicker bar he want though.
Coming to us live from the private jet.
Yeah, let me know if my mic is like too loud, too quiet. I was having some issues.
You ain't
here
steal that from me and Star, did you?
Borrowed.
Sorry, you let him use the jet, man?
Say what?
We let him use the jet.
Zolt's on the jet.
I know. I'm saying that he take it.
I was not aware of this accommodations.
Look, as far as the ground crew knows, that was your signature.
I need to see said signature.
Wow.
Oh,
I gotta fire somebody. I got fired.
Yes, there's going to be a lot of changes made after this mistake.
Hey, look, I know I was by Cleveland Hopkins earlier, but dang,
I will let it slide for the simple fact that it's sold.
That's true.
I mean, that's kind of
love for that.
Now, if it had been like Acres or Suds, then we got a fucking problem. And everybody's getting fired.
I mean, they wouldn't have gotten on the plane.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, literally, I just said, look, you see the name on the back of the jersey?
True.
Well, you like the accommodation though. It's a nice jet, man.
It's nice. It's nice. I've borrowed it before. It's nice.
Well, okay then. Let's go. We're working towards another one anyway.
So does this mean Zolt got a promotion?
No. I just
okay.
We made a decision on a summer residence. So
and that's the money that was left over.
No, we needed some changes made. So we asked for some renovations prior to us moving in. So while those are being done, we just booked ourselves a cruise. So I'm on my way there. It's nothing extravagant. It's your typical like 4-week cruise. The Mediterranean.
Most people can't even afford a weekend cruise.
Right. My holy ship cruises, I'll be taking like 5 days. They be all exclusive. He talking about 4 weeks. Like, hold on. Like,
it's just basic. It's all good.
Oh, I got a vacation with you. You need to make room. Like, I'm on a 4-week vacation.
But I do appreciate the plane, to get there. That's nice.
We were just talking about the
family, man. We love you.
Over commercialization.
Don't like your team, but you cool though.
That's all, we are one team.
Yes.
That is true.
Go Blue. Sorry.
Yes, go Blue.
Oh, he even muted himself. Touche. No, we were just talking about the over commercialization that was occurring during WrestleMania the whole time.
Well, especially night 2.
Oh, it was bad in night 1 with the Prime, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch character during this particular match here with Ray and
you got to pay the bills, brother.
But this is, well, we're going to get into
the thing had a mask on. That's what got me. Like, why y'all put the Cinnamon Toast Crunch mascot with a mask on? Y'all drew a mask on him.
Because it's the emoji brand. They're all emojis on the Cinnamon Toast Crunch now.
Yeah, I know. I see it.
It's horrible. It was just downright horrible.
Some damn good cereal, though.
I was going to say there should not be a piece of Cinnamon Toast Crunch that has the time to put a mask on because it'd just be gone.
Yeah, true. If you got that on there, you're waiting too long. You're not eating it fast enough.
I mean, it's Cinnamon Toast. I mean, it's not Reese's Pieces, but
there's my girl.
On to the ladies. I'm glad they put this back together because during COVID, it was
Awful.
It was horrible. It was horrible. And for the run that Rhea was getting at the time, it was just, I think that was the big problem, was they knew that Rhea couldn't gain anything further because there was no crowd.
True.
There was no crowd to feed off of. And
Well, they made it the right decision for the simple fact that she is now the first one to ever have won all 4 of the women's championships, from the NXT to the UK and Raw and SmackDown. So this was a year to do it.
Oh,
I'm gonna say this though, like,
and the first Australian.
It's one of the rare things I will give them credit for, and I love the fact that somebody like Rhea Ripley, who worked her ass off this whole last year, in terms of everything with Judgment Day, the fact that she had to shot at Money in the Bank, but had to get dental work done, so she couldn't do that match, worked her way back, just like her crying moment. And damn it, she deserved it.
Hey, she was the only one from Judgment Day that won.
That match was awesome. They went like 23 minutes. I didn't know the match that long. Too many scary spots. The one where Charlotte, I like Charlotte got a broken nose. I thought she broke her nose. That was like,
no, it was a fantastic match.
So are we thinking Charlotte's done now?
Well, from what I heard, that they said Charlotte's trying to get into bodybuilding. So,
because the way she acted after that match kind of gave you that feeling.
Yeah, and I saw the little smile. You know,
she even clapped it up, like giving her kudos.
Yep.
Kind of what Sasha Banks did when Bianca Belair beat her, just like getting her props. And she said she's trying to transition to bodybuilding, so she's probably not going. We're probably not going to see her as much. She's going to come back and she's going to beat her daddy's record, like.
Well, and to have a heel versus heel on top of it, she knows basically a little passing of the torch kind of thing, because Rhea is a great heel. I mean, she was a really good face, but wow, is she a fantastic heel too.
She can be whatever she wants and look that good. I don't care.
Yeah, amen. Amen to that.
That's my brutality.
And I think it's funny that she's the only one that won out of the Judgment Day.
Yeah. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get into that. Yeah, I'm going to get into a little bit more of that going into the night 2.
Second night.
When we get there. The really kick-ass match of the night 1.
And thank God they were smart enough to make this the main, because originally it wasn't supposed to be.
This
I'm
has been
unpopular opinion here. I'm about to be unpopular opinion.
Mute him.
Wow!
You
just said just mute him now.
I love the story. I love the storyline and everything going into this. I see why they made the main event. I personally felt Charlotte and Rhea should have main evented.
They already should have. I think they're done with the women main eventing for a little bit.
They should have. No, they said they were going to main event, and then they said they changed it during the production meeting Saturday to make KO and Sammy versus the Usos the main event. So they changed it last minute. So
the storytelling in this match, though, good lord,
was awesome.
Oh, I was even telling Kelly and Bryce. I said the storytelling in that match reminded me of Usos and New Day, and I can sit there and watch it over and over again and not be bored.
Well, the thing that got me, and this is why I thought night 1 was more exciting, is that there was so many near falls, and it was one of those things, like, as you're watching this match in particular, it was one of those situations where you knew, like, the way they made you feel like there was no chance that Kevin and Sammy were going to win. And then out of nowhere, like, I mean, then of course, the only thing that bothered me was like the last, 10 minutes, it turned into a super kick party. Like, I don't know how many super kicks they ended up, like, between all of them, but I get it. It's part of the storyline.
Right.
No, that's just their offense.
But the big thing that I was looking forward to in this matchup was that you finally, I mean, it took years for it to work and to get it together, but to have Sammy and Kevin paired together instead of always going head to head against each other, and how the storylines that they've all been through, that you've literally taken 7-8 years, and all of a sudden, finally, the timing was right, and now you've put it together. And I think the timing is right because, as you see, you know that they are going to be able to carry these titles. Definitely, I could definitely see this going straight through to Survivor Series.
Same thing I'm going to say about them that I said with Rhea Ripley. Sami Zayn freaking deserved it, bro. Like when we did a top 10 list, Sami Zayn was on my list, bro. In order the year he had. Like, I'm happy he got his, and he was the one that got the pin, took most of the ass kicking in the match. That was like,
I want to say this as far as storylines coming full circle. The story between Sammy and Kevin, going back to when it was Kevin Steen and El Generico, the fact that they have maintained this storyline of the buddies, the friends, the breakup, the hate each other, the double cross, the triple cross, the quadruple cross to this. And they have maintained, in essence, the same storyline throughout it all. That's not a testament to WWE. That's a testament to those two guys.
Yeah. Well, I like how they're already starting. Like, how long before Kevin Owens turns on him already? Like, seriously, they just won the title. Do not ruin this.
He don't have the best. He don't have the best relationship with tag team partners. That's why. Why? But yeah, that's well deserved. I'm happy that they won their moment. I'm happy that they even to Sammy getting the pin on Jay. That's like everything about that one.
And in the press conference afterwards, they're giving the props to the Briscoe brothers.
Yeah.
Was very cool.
I just like that Kevin Owens was just there casually eating the Snickers. That's why we love Kevin. Us fat guys love Kevin Owens because Kevin Owens is just like one of us. He ain't one of them guys that's going to the gym every day.
No.
Every day. He ain't doing all that.
He gets just as winded as we do.
I'm going to kick some ass and eat whatever the fuck I want to eat.
I love how Triple H came out and said, he goes, geez, he goes, I'm glad, he goes, at least there's a couple of Snickers left here. Kevin was
he was eating them too. He was just like, at San Antonio, he just like
one after another. I think he ate 3 of them just sitting there. It was just like, hey Kev, how many are left on the table, dude?
Hey, when you're hungry, why wait?
Right. Well, and I love that he kept throwing the puns in there, going, "Yep, it's very satisfying." It just kept.
I don't know if any of you guys follow Kevin Owens on Twitter. Most down to earth guy I think I've ever seen. On that app.
Yes, he is.
It lives to spend time with his family.
Yeah. On the network when they had the biography pieces and they had Kevin Owens. I loved Kevin Owens' biography. It was awesome. Really was. Loved it. Really good. All right, let's move into night number 2. And
the turd that was night 2.
Well, I mean, when you're going to start off with a bunch of crap, might as well start off with the.
I know I pissed off a lot of people.
Hold on.
I use the word.
We're not going to start with a ton of crap because this is Brock Lesnar. He either going to main event or he's going first. It's one of the two. He's gonna go first.
He's the new age. He's the new age Goldberg.
Oh my God! Thank you. Yeah,
you just want to go home sometimes. You know what? Let me just get out and get home.
Look, he's like, I want to go home to my ranch, kill me some animals, and fuck Sable. I mean, that's Brock Lesnar. That's what he wants to do. Like, can you blame him?
This was a why bother? Because one, you're gonna sit there and almost. Literally, let's not. He literally could have just crushed Brock, and he should have.
Yeah.
And I
Brock
was
wasn't
like,
going over.
all you're going to sit there, you're going to give me 3 or 4 body slams, and then you got a couple of attempts getting into the F5, and then that's it. I'm like, wow, that's 6 minutes. Oh, okay. In other words, I could have hit the bathroom and came back.
You know what?
Three high spots, and then it's over.
I'm gonna say this though about
6 minutes, guys. 6 minutes.
And that probably was around the right amount of time for that match, because Brock Lesnar can't go no more than 10 minutes. Like when you got 2 big dudes like that, that wasn't going to be a 3-minute match.
And I ain't trying to watch Brock Lesnar suplex this dude for 25 minutes. I'm just not trying
Brock
to do
Lesnar.
But
Right. I'd rather see him get thrown around for 4 minutes, because Brock Lesnar get thrown around for 4 minutes, hit like 8 German suplexes, an F5, and he wins. That's Brock Lesnar.
Why don't we just have him be like Goldberg? You come in, you duck under a clothesline, you spear somebody, and then you do an F5. Call it a night.
But there was no way that he should have even been able to hit the suplexes on this guy. No way.
The thing that gets me though is that
Brock Lesnar got that country strength.
It's that
Just one strong son of a gun.
I had a hard time buying it. I mean, it's like, okay, I know when I saw it, I was like, we're not going to get any storytelling in this match. It's just going to be a couple of high, like Adam, like you said, you're going to get a couple of high spot prime moves, and then that's it.
Well, my thing is one, I don't care what you say, what you want about Omos, but when you have an 87-inch reach, that is disgustingly like huge.
Oh, yeah.
Bigger than John Jones. John Jones got like an 86.
So and two is I want to find out more as to why Brock did not want to work with Bray. Because that could have been a lot better than what this crap was that they put on.
100%.
Well, actually, technically, that's how Bobby Lashley got screwed.
Yeah.
But we don't know what's going on with Bray. They tell you it was like an illness or something. I don't know what's going on, though, but like.
But wasn't this also supposed to be another reset of Brock versus Bobby?
Yeah.
Instead of Brock versus Omos? I mean,
no, I don't.
If I'm wrong, I thought it was supposed to be a Brock versus Bobby. This was WrestleMania that it should have been Brock versus Bobby, and I was surprised we did not get that. And you put Bobby Lashley in the Andre the Giant, you could have put Omos in the Andre the Giant, and you would have had a much better matchup with Lesnar and Lashley.
I think they fought 3 times though.
But in a Mania?
I mean, but they fought 3 times though. Like after 3, it's a wrap. Like leave it there. Like they had Bobby and Bray set up. I don't know what's going on with Bray. I don't know if it's Sig or I don't know what's going on with Bray. But like that's how Bobby wound up getting put in the Andre Memorial Battle Royal. Originally, it wasn't even supposed to be Omos. They wanted him to fight Gunther, but he turned it down. He didn't want to fight Gunther. So
I want to see Gunther chop the shit out of Lesnar.
Right there. That's how you got Omos right there.
I would love to see Brock Lesnar.
For what it was, it was good for what it was.
It wasn't good at all.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to expect the match between Brock Lesnar, who can't go no more than 10 minutes, and Omos, who I wasn't not expecting a good match.
See, the reason
Taker himself said it too. Taker said Omos need to be presented like a giant. He shouldn't be on TV every week, and I agree. Like, Omos need to be an attraction. Like
the only reason that Lesnar didn't want to deal with Gunther is because he knows damn well with all the chops that Gunther's going to do, it's just going to piss him off, and it's going to turn into a UFC match at that point.
Ain't the first time that happened with Brock Lesnar. He did that to Braun Strowman one time.
Yeah, because he punched him in the back of the head.
Braun Strowman kneed him in the face.
That's what it was.
And he said he put in the jaw like, slow down.
Right.
I like that for real. So, for what
Let's
it was,
move
a 6-minute
on.
match. It was over there.
This one, dude, don't even get me started. Why was Ronda even in this match?
Well, actually, when I even first saw it, I'm sitting there going, "There's your winner."
Yeah, you automatically knew who was winning that match.
All this looked to me was, oh, I'm sorry, we have a roster person with an NXT training wheel. Thank you.
Yeah. And here's the thing: like when I first seen it,
so mad at
it was kind of like the night on night one. Night one's tag team match was surprisingly damn good with the spots that they had in that match. I was kind of expecting a little bit of the same for this match and was highly, highly disappointed. Mm-hmm. Ronda was in that. All Ronda was in the match for was literally to finish it and get the win.
Yeah, basically. They said she like, yeah.
Well, I was gonna say her and Shayna both were just the later
they
part. They
killed Shayna Baszler to me. I always felt when Shayna Baszler got bought up, Shayna Baszler should have been a badass. Shayna Baszler should have been like NXT. Shayna Baszler. She should have just been running through people. She's having at least 2 championship reigns right now. But like,
I agree.
No, like they just killed her. Like, and it's so.
She was a dominant.
They're gonna take the belts off Becky and Lita too. Like they're about to be your new tag team champions.
I just wish they'd almost split them up and let them two fight each other. They could have a damn good match, the two of them, Shayna and Ronda.
They could. I thought they would. But the problem is you're not buying Shayna as a face. And you already know. Ronda ain't gonna you can make Ronda a face, but she eventually gonna do something to make the fans hate her.
Right.
I mean, also like I said, the participant, like you put Natalya in a match like this because of the fact that Natalya, she's like
her name.
The one.
It's her name.
And it's more. I'm trying to think of the word. Like, it's like Natalya's like an NBA. You got an NBA team, and Natalya's like that veteran. Like when she step on the court, everything just like moves down. Everything like settles. Like that's why you always see her in Money in the Bank. You're gonna see her in Elimination Chambers because.
Well, she works with everybody, and it's like she's working to put everybody over. Literally, Natty has worked with every single one
everybody.
Of these ladies to help put them over. It's just like I didn't know we were going to get a Natty Mania match.
She just like has her role like it's like kind of like a mentor. What's the name now?
But yeah, this
Shotzi or whatever.
Yeah.
I love me some Shotzi.
And she's always been around for Halloween.
Shotzi,
she is like Shotzi, for that.
I like Shotzi. This is my problem with Shotzi. And it's the same thing that Sasha Banks had earlier. And I say the same thing about Sasha Banks, and I still say it to this day. Her and Sasha Banks, they got a tendency to be a little reckless in the ring. I seen her one time hop off the ring and do like a coffin drop and overshot the coffin drop. That like she hit her head on the ramp and you thought she was concussed, but she got back up. She's reckless, like, and gonna get her hurt eventually. She just too reckless, like Sasha was. Sasha is the same way. Like Sasha was a little reckless, like in the ring. Like she goes 100 miles an hour when she needs to slow down. Slow it down. Like you come out in a tank, you're already cool in that aspect. Like, so yeah,
next up, Raw Women's Championship.
I thought Asuka was going to win it. I felt Asuka should have won it.
Well, think about this. There was not
that match.
In night 2. There was not a single championship that changed hands.
They all changed night 1.
Night 1. Yeah. And my thing is too. The only beef I have with this match is for the love of God, sell Bianca. She did not sell for shit during that submission.
Nope, not at all. Not at all.
And you're supposed to be the champion. That's unacceptable.
Now I'm gonna say in terms of like her not selling, I just think it's just more like her game is her strength. So it's like you can put a submission on Bianca Belair, you're not gonna get it on there long. Like she's gonna probably like I was when she fought Shayna Baszler at NXT, and I think Shayna Baszler like that curve with the clutch, it's so what's the name? Like
Bully
her
and Mark Henry are on full agreement with what Adam said. They turned around and said the same thing this morning.
I don't give a damn what
there was a lot of misses on this match. A lot of
damn what Bully Ray say. Bully Ray go somewhere. Where?
Well, Mark Henry was in agreement with him too.
Mark
So
can
it
go
wasn't-
somewhere too. You ain't even know AEW no more, bro. You where you at? He can go somewhere too. Look, I'm gonna say this. Like, first of all, I agree. Oscar should have won. I picked Oscar to win. I thought Oscar was going to win. I'm like, she got it. Bianca had it for a year. Let Oscar run with it. You got this new dark Oscar, and
Get
Bianca
it over a
won.
little bit more.
Now I will get this to Bianca Belair though. Like that entrance she had,
With the kid. That was cool.
that was a raw entrance. And also too, they said the girl that she had with her, they said her mom like died like earlier in that day. So I was like, dang, I'm like that's rough. Like, but
Oh God, they're gonna play up the Dominic and Bad Bunny now.
yes, they are.
Yeah, I was
Backlash in Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
right. And hey, listen, for what we
But-
saw with Bad Bunny, that dude's better than Logan Paul. I'll put it out there. Dude's better than Logan Paul. He surprised the hell
I
out
gotta
of
see after his
everybody.
second match. He gotta have another match for me to say that.
Okay.
Because I've seen
But
all
I'll
Logan
call
Paul matches,
it.
and all his matches been good to me. But Bad Bunny shocked the hell out of me at that WrestleMania though. Like he was
He
popping
did
Canadian destroyers. I'm like, where the hell you pull that from?
Yeah.
Like, you doing stuff like that. So I gotta see another match from the what's the name? See, like, did he get better? Like, did he get worse? So I gotta see. But
All right.
I mean, I don't know who's taking the bet off Bianca though now. But by the way, Asuka is 0-5 at Mania.
Ooh.
she's on the wrong
She's
side.
the
of the
only
street.
woman on the roster to not win a Mania.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's on the wrong side of the track. Let's move on to what I thought was finally a very good match of the evening.
Slap session.
That match
Oh
was
my
always
gosh.
good. Did you see that match? Did you see Walter and Sheamus at Clash of the Castle?
No, I didn't see that one.
Watch that match, bro. That match. Just
Mhm.
them two? Oh my God, bro. It was just two dudes just beating the shit out of each other.
And
Watch
all
that
I gotta
match.
say is, Drew, way to take 29 chest shots, man, because that looked like nothing but waffles and pancakes when Sheamus got done beating the holy hell out of him.
Well, no offense, but with
Oh,
Sheamus,
yeah, 28 beats to the Baldrum.
Hey, he got the 29th one in there, man, just as he was falling. He got 29. I thought he was going to get 30.
all Sheamus needs is a little tan, and you would have never even noticed he got hit.
No, but I'm
Drew's
saying
another one that had a
Drew
great
got
year.
hit.
Well, I know, I'm saying, but if Sheamus was a little bit darker, you would have never even noticed it.
Yeah, you wouldn't have noticed Sheamus's hits. Ooh. But Drew, wow, that was a lot. I mean, there was a lot of chest beating, period.
But that's what it is. It's that stiff old school wrestling now.
Well, the crowd was
fact-
totally into it. The
fact
crowd
that
sitting
Gunter
there counting them
all
up.
that weight, but then lose his strength is amazing.
Right?
Like,
And then to
Jesus.
still, because you still, even though you had the chop fest, you still had great wrestling.
It was very physical.
Very physical match.
I'm not calling what they did. I won't even call what they did wrestling. That was just beat the shit out of each other. That's all it was.
But it wasn't.
I like
it
matches
wasn't
like that
great.
though.
Right. But the
Only person missing that match was Pete Dunne. Put him in that match too. Have him stomp on people's fingers and people's toes.
I wasn't happy with how the exact ending went. I would have rather seen all three really going after each other
I like the
versus
ending.
Gunther just coming in and boom, boom, and all right, you're done. I hate that ending. That ending irritates the hell out of me. I'd rather see a little bit more. Give me about another good 3 minutes of physicality for them to get that win. Don't just come in and
I like the ending
seconds.
because I like the way they did it. Like he came in there and he
And in
power
20
bombed
seconds had it
Sheamus.
done.
He power bombed Sheamus on top of McIntyre. McIntyre with the last symphony. Like I don't got a problem with that finish. And plus he's a heel champion. He's gonna he was gonna have to weasel his way in to get a win that way. He's gonna have to.
He lost a lot of weight too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he
I
did.
thought he
Yeah.
slimmed down quite a bit.
He slimmed. He lost a lot of weight,
A
and I
lot
think he
of
still
weight.
got his power despite the fact he lost all that weight. That's
Right, because Bryce looked for a minute. He goes, "Who the heck is that?" And I was like, "Well, that's Walter." He's like, "Really?"
Well,
And
no,
I had to
he's
show him the
Gunther.
picture, and I went, "Well, he lost some weight, but yeah, that's him."
Here he toned down.
Out of it.
Yeah,
Huh?
He toned down.
Yeah, he did.
of course he did.
Great match, though. Match of night too, easily.
This was the scary match.
Mm-hmm.
When that ladder came across and I saw it missed Finn's hands, I'm going, oh my God, somebody has a broken nose. I said, guaranteed that nose is toast.
And it wasn't.
You know what's
And-
crazy about that?
Oh my
Like, I
God,
watched that
that was insane.
I watched that on replay, and I think Ed threw that bad boy a little hard. He threw it a little harder than he was supposed to. Because Finn got his hands up. I think it was just unlucky because Finn caught the
Right, it was the placement.
Like,
yeah, he caught the step, and
I think he was supposed to catch that part of the ladder. Like, like, oh yeah, then he was bleeding instantly too. I was like, yeah. He got that real strict thing about blood now. So, but it blended in too with his face paint though. So you can play it off. But
I know, and that's kind of the scary part. But like they were saying earlier too, was kudos to Edge while the doctors were trying to glue his head back together.
yeah,
Here's the pictures, by the way.
he had to get stapled.
Literally, the doctors are trying to glue that back together temporarily.
They put staples in his head temporarily while that's why they were showing Edge walking around like he was still showing like he was concerned, but he was still playing that role of like, no, let me at him. Like,
yep. And grab the ladders, grab the kendo sticks, and I knew what was going on. It was like the doctors are trying to evaluate and making sure, okay, we're going to be able to go on with this or not go.
I think the announcers even said it in the match. I think Corey Graves even said it. He said, like, the doctors are in checking on Finn. But, again, my favorite spot of that match, Finn could have grabbed through a table.
Yeah.
He got leg down locked, bro. Because the simple fact that, like, you went right through that table and what's the name? Nothing. I'm like, oh my
impressive.
Oh my God. Like
that was impressive. That was impressive. All I know is I'm sitting there going, boy, am I glad he moved, because that's a rib cage crusher right there.
But it's the way he does the coup de grace too, though. That's why when he does it, he always rolls. Because if he do it straightforward, he can kill somebody doing it.
Yeah, it will. Like, oh, absolutely.
Full force. Like if he do it like full force, straight knees, he can cave your chest in and kill you.
And the one thing about this that I was a little disappointed with is now that's the second time you have the demon losing at Mania. And that's
you kind of call the demon.
You've got that was always a sacred thing when it was the demon character that he was not losing.
When he brings out the demon.
When he brings out the demon, and it's just like, come on, guys, you need to get back on that track pretty damn quick. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, you don't bring this character.
Like an Irish Tupac, though.
You don't bring this character out enough to begin with,
right?
Quit bashing it. It was never meant to be bashed. Everybody in Japan, I'm sure, is losing their minds, going, "Are you serious?" Leave it to Finn to leave Japan and turn around and now the character is garbage. It's like, come on. No, it's not.
And the demon fits the Judgment Day character thing or so much better.
But it almost brings up, what's the point in having that separate character if it's just going to lose?
True.
What's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else? I mean, of course, because of the injury, I think the match it was rushed.
Yeah.
It totally got rushed.
Honestly, I think the
Not
picture
him. He took a
tells you everything.
concerto after that, though. That's the
Yeah.
kicker part.
Oh, I know.
Concerto after that.
Oh, and
But like
and
I think like he
Bryce
probably,
was,
but the way he did it though, he covered his hand with his what's the name. No, that's why they showed it from the other angle.
well,
Edge
Edge even tells you. Edge even tells you they know how to hit that properly to make sure
Yeah,
that
they do.
the top
Yeah.
part of the chair is connecting to, but still the echoing that has to go through your ear.
Oh yeah.
Oh my! No thanks. No, thank you. I'm good. I'm totally good. But we know that match was definitely set up to go longer. That would have probably been a really solid match. All right, the one that I have heard people are just kicking and screaming about this match and the outcome. I'm not surprised though.
I'm not.
It's not time yet.
I should have sat down today and dwell on it. Then with everything that's happening with WWE, it makes sense why Roman kept the belt.
Right. But it is not time yet for Cody. I mean, Cody hasn't been back like that long, I think, to earn that spot yet.
Well, if it wasn't for his pec injury, then yes, it would have been time. The pec injury and the time off is what ruined it.
Hurt it. Yeah. Agreed. That's why I said because yes, this would have.
Well, let me ask you. All right, let me ask you guys this. Now they keep going through the laundry list of guys that Roman has beaten. Is Lashley a part of that list? Because I don't remember them saying his name.
No, but he will not. No, but they won't have him defended against Lashley. Though.
Why?
They won't.
Is it because he's black?
No.
Because I mean, seriously, like there is no reason for a guy of the caliber that Bobby Lashley, as big as he is, doesn't have a match at WrestleMania.
It was a shitty Mania for Lashley.
But, okay, so granted, I guess he's never faced Lashley according to what Clint says.
One time, I've got it here. It says Roman and Bobby have faced each other one other time in singles competition on a pay-per-view. Extreme Rules 2018.
But this is before Roman's reign, right?
That's before Roman became tribal chief, though. That's what.
So here's the question: at this point, since you didn't let Cody dethrone him, who's left?
No, Cody's going to dethrone him.
Yeah,
they're going to give Reigns. They're giving Reigns 1,000 days. Is what they're.
And that's what the first thing I said last night is that we knew Cody wasn't going to win because they kept throwing that down our throat. They kept throwing out that number. X amount of 900 and some odd days. I go, they're pimping that out to be the 1,000 days before he loses.
He's going to get He's going to get 1,000 days. I mean, 2 with the sale, but 3 also. Another thing I thought about too. I thought about this was like, and this was an issue that they was talking about. They're talking about a lot of people in WWE felt that Sami Zayn was getting more over than Cody. So do you let Sami get the moment here at? Do you let Sami get the moment here at Mania? Because it's his crowning moment for everything that he did this year. And then Cody don't get it at Backlash, but Cody gets it. Well, I'm trying to think of the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, but it's not
at one of the big four.
It's got to be Royal Rumble then.
So then he can main event Mania SummerSlam or something.
Yeah, but that's just
probably win that SummerSlam because SummerSlam is like in August. It's like in August, but Cody's winning at one of the big four though. So, and the next one is, I won't say SummerSlam. That's the next one.
Yeah, it doesn't feel the same with the prestige unless you win it at Mania.
Yeah. Yeah, but the way they did it, though, I mean, like, and I get why a lot of people was upset. A lot of people like, oh, man, that should have been that should have been time. But then I look, I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, I was like, are you shocked? Are you really shocked that Roman wasn't?
No, I'd have been more shocked if Cody would have won.
You had a feeling that like he wasn't going to what's the name. Another thing I seen that was funny too. A lot of people saying it was Triple H punishing Cody for the throne incident at AEW in the first AEW pay-per-view. He smashed up the throne with the sledgehammer.
Oh yeah. Well, somebody was saying that it wasn't Cody's time yet because they still look at him as the guy from the other company.
I can see that.
But at the same time, isn't that that could have been the start of a storyline right there? hey, I'm the guy that left. I'm the guy that created opposition, and I just came back and I just took your championship.
Yeah.
Now, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
WWE locker room.
Well, the thing is I noticed it's awfully funny too that over the weekend is they started bringing out all this Seth Rollins and Cody stuff to where like Seth's like really pissed off because of the fact that like he's been busting his ass for the company for however many years, and then Cody leaves, starts up his own thing, comes back, and now he's the man. He goes, and I've been busting my butt here for the last 10 years, and then I'm getting overlooked is the way he's looking at it.
So can you see?
But he's had his run though too.
Yeah,
I know
he's had his run.
Can you see the situation then where Seth takes over against Cody and just Reigns goes and does his thing? That's the storyline, is now Seth versus Cody. And when Cody does the inevitable and beats Reigns, it's not at SummerSlam. It's not at Royal Rumble. It's at next WrestleMania 40.
But are you really going to drag this out for a year?
I think they're going to do that. I think they're going to drag
this
it out.
This is WWE, man. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. But they're dragging it out too long though, because it's a matter of time. Everybody, it ain't a matter of when. It's what time Jay's going to turn on him. It's just a matter of what time. It ain't when. It's what time he's going to do it. Like
I don't think they're going to let that happen. I really don't.
Because they're gonna do it because 2 reasons. One, Roman new contract is like one of them part-time contracts. So like after he loses,
he wants time off. I heard
you're not seeing Roman. You're not gonna see Roman like it's people say. Look here, I'm gonna give you a fact about Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns had that belt for over 1,000 years. They say he ain't get pinned like almost 1,000 days or something like that. Do you know how many times Roman Reigns wrestled on television last year? We've seen him on TV a lot. Guess how many times he wrestled last year in the match on TV?
Wait, 10 times, wasn't it?
12.
Okay, I was off by 2.
12. But he main event every pay-per-view. But only wrestled 12 times on TV. He's on there every week though. But only wrestled 12 times. Crazy.
I mean, well,
it's good to be the king.
But I was going to say, I'll put it up. Stone Cold was like that a little bit though too. Stone Cold was a little bit like that, and especially once the knees started going. You saw him on TV doing a lot of shtick stuff, and then only wrestled at the pay-per-views. So it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, but at that time, that's toward the latter towards his career when Stone Cold wasn't holding championship stuff.
Well, remember, Roman is,
and also back in that time too, they actually defended their titles on live shows. Like Stone Cold defend that title on, you defend your belt on like live shows. Like if people lost their championships on live shows, like so.
Well, I mean, I over the years, I think the company has learned quite a few lessons, and one of them is you have to protect your champion. I mean, what happened the very first time the Universal Championship got given out?
Injury.
Yep.
Poor Finn Balor. Finn Balor.
And never recovered from that.
Ain't stepped nowhere near since.
Yeah.
Poor Finn Balor.
You become champion. Yeah, you get all the promotions. You get all that other stuff. But you know what? You also get protected. They're not going to just throw you out there in just a general match waiting for your knee to pop.
I just love the fact that he just got better in terms of like his
well, especially after
character work. He went from saying suffering succotash on national TV to the fuck he's saying now. Like, yeah, okay.
And remember, he came back from beating cancer.
That too.
That's huge.
For all those that's upset, Cody's going to get that title. And I think the first person that will be he defended to get will be Seth. Now I'm just going to play prediction ahead of time because I can see WWE doing this. They could run this stipulated to where Cody has to be everyone in the bloodline in order for him not to show up at ringside at all for the next title match. WWE's probably going to do something like that because that's just how predictable their booking is.
By the way, the contract, he re-signed a new contract last August. He signed a new contract last August.
Yeah, but it's like Randy Orton. It's like Randy Orton's contract though. Like Randy Orton only wrestled like 4 or 5 months out the year.
Dave's right. You're definitely going to protect your peeps.
You're going to protect them. Like I said, I think the fact that deal got what's name is a reason too. I think Roman kept the title.
Speaking of the deal, let's get into the elephant in the room. Heard some people already saying in multiple circles, including our friends over at 609 who kicked off their show at 7:30 this evening. They were just happy that it wasn't the company over in the Middle East. They were glad that it was UFC.
Yeah,
it's definitely fair to say.
Because we definitely don't know what those shortcomings would have been.
Well, if he would have sold overseas, they probably also would have had a lot of superstars that would have left. Like Sami Zayn makes it clear he will never go over to Saudi Arabia.
He's not allowed, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's not. He's like
because of his cultures or something.
Because if I remember right, isn't Sami Zayn dual citizenship?
Like Serbian or something like that. Yeah.
He's Syrian, and I don't believe Saudi Arabia allows Syrian citizens in their country.
Allow him over there. So.
Yeah, it also says that some of his tattoos have religious connotations as well.
And
that's true. That's why they make all the women cover up.
I was going to say the entire women's division, might have an issue.
Well, I was going to say the women are literally covered from hands all the way
they
to
wear like t-shirts and what's the name? Yep.
You know. So,
but thankfully we didn't get that. We got UFC and WWE, which is an interesting combination in itself.
Yeah.
And the profit here and the ownership is extremely close, 51% and 49%.
Yeah.
But as I said, there was so much sponsorship in between for matches. Are they having a hard time trying to keep the project going? Is that why this all of a sudden is reared its ugly head? That he had to sell because you already had to sell the network over to Peacock a couple of years ago.
That's the next intriguing question about how did this deal affect Peacock?
Well, Peacock's not Disney, so
yeah, because UFC heavily is like on ESPN, Disney Plus. Like you can buy the UFC fights on ESPN Plus. Why? When I can just stream them for free. I mean,
I want to make sure I say this correctly, but as I recall, so Endeavor purchased WWE, or is this a merger?
There's
a difference,
right?
I think I want to say it's like they bought it. Vince got 49%. He still stay on as CEO.
Yeah, WWE
got 51%.
Sold. Yeah, this is a purchase. Endeavor purchased WWE.
I suppose the question comes down to if WWE as a company still exists, even if it's within another company. If it doesn't, then those contracts go away.
Well, it says WWE was officially purchased by Endeavor, and it will turn around and see WWE and UFC merge into a publicly traded company worth over $21 billion.
So gray area. The contracts are still
What basically
there,
mean is
but
they're gonna basically get WWE's library and probably put it on Wrestlemania. Kind of like what Vince did when he bought like WCW's library and everything like that. They're gonna buy WWE's library, and also on top of there, you can put it with UFC, and so. But Vince wanted to sell for a while though, you know.
especially once
Why
they
he
tried
going
to
on
force him
TV
out.
looking like Gomez Adams?
That's just bad.
What?
Just that look.
He look like Gomez Adams, bro.
It-
Like Vince, you come on TV like that, bro.
I mean, who said? I mean, nobody's gonna tell you no, but my God,
Somebody should tell him no. Hell no.
Endeavor / UFC takes over 51% ownership stake, with the WWE shareholders retaining 49% of the new company. Vince will remain the chairman of the WWE portion of the new company, sitting behind Endeavor founder and CEO Ari Emanuel.
so I suppose my question then is, how long does that last? It's 51-49. So
Well, technically, right. But the bigger question is, I mean, Vince does not look good.
no,
If this is a big sale, meaning that Shane wants no part of it, Stephanie wants no part of it.
I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
I'm thinking of it more along the lines of, look, there was a reason Vince got kicked out, and the reason he came back is because they were actively trying to market it, and he said, "No, you're not doing that without me, and I've got the voting rights."
Yep. So is right on that. Like he literally, they literally said he was coming back just to help sell it, and then they said once he sell it, he was going to walk away. But apparently not.
Well, I mean,
you're
yeah,
still staying on
that's the question. That doesn't change the reason why he got booted in the first place.
Right.
And I also think
So-
too, believe it or not, I think Stephanie actually stepping down actually hurt his sale value too. Because when Stephanie stepped down unexpectedly, it hit the fan. It was just like, well, like if you like looking to buy, I'm like, whoa, like hold on, wait, you mean tell me your CEO, co-chairman of the board just randomly stepped down? Like, wait, hold on. Gonna have some thoughts in the back of your head.
Yeah, but she stepped down and Vince was automatically put right back in.
That's why she stepped down.
Right. Well, that's exactly what was going to happen.
When Vince left, they put her in charge.
Right.
He basically let stuff die down, and then he came back. That's what he did. He let it die down, and then he was going to come back.
Well,
but he also did say he's not stepping down when it comes to the sale, though. Like,
well, we always say the dude's going to die on the chair. He's going to, and he doesn't look good. Endeavor bought the company for $9.3 billion.
Oh, that's way more than the asking price.
Yeah,
he got exactly what he want for him, more than that.
which is why I don't think Vince is going to be there much longer. I really don't.
They said it. They said Vince was gonna be there for this. They said Vince wanted to be there for the sale of WWE, and then he probably was going to step down. So we'll see if he steps down. We'll see. Probably not gonna be now. You're gonna see how the deal go through, and if anything don't feel right, then that's the man.
I think by the time we get swinging past SummerSlam, I think we'll see somebody else who will be in the chair.
We could.
Dana White.
No.
It'd be funny, wouldn't it?
Wow. I'll bite my tongue. Wow. You went there. You went there. Okay.
Stranger things have happened.
Dana
wish
White,
that-
Dana White get himself in the chair.
It says Dana White will continue over UFC as its president.
If Dana White steps in that chair and runs WWE, I'm not watching WWE ever again.
You say that.
I can't stand Dana White. He can go to hell. I can't stand him.
all I'm saying is, it was announced WWE sold for $9.3 billion, and somewhere Dan Snyder's going 9, huh?
No, Dan. Sorry, Dan. This is fantasy money, Dan. Not going to happen. Sorry, Dan. This ain't the NFL, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Not going to happen. Ncaa's expected to remain as president of wrestling operations, and Dana over UFC.
I mean, literally, it was just announced. There ain't going to be no change.
You gotta remember, it's the entertainment. It's the entertainment company for the UFC.
Yeah,
right.
It ain't UFC. It's the entertainment company that for UFC. So,
well, they are the primary parent company.
Yeah, it's a parent company.
Yeah,
so
parent company. Yeah.
just different divisions.
Right. Well, they oversee all of it, so it's on both sides of the fence.
Okay, random question. Does this increase or decrease the odds of sports betting on wrestling coming to fruition?
Increase.
You think it increases it? I'm wondering if it decreases it because they'll just shut it. Endeavor will just shut it down.
No.
You can bet on UFC, so I don't see why.
There's too much money.
Bet on with WWE anyway, though. Like
there is too much money to still be made.
Yeah, but again, we said this before when this story first came up. There's so much money to be made, but that brings regulation and that brings intense visibility. Like the gaming commissions will literally be inside,
but
to make sure nothing's happening.
It's sports entertainment.
I get it,
and
that doesn't that means jack to the gaming commissions.
It's like, hey, when you've got, you literally have scripted stuff. It's sports entertainment. It's always been scripted. I mean, unless there's a major injury like what we've seen last night, you never know what could possibly happen. But everything else is already pre-scripted, and it's like, okay, this is what's going to happen. That's why I kind of like what were some of the ones that they were covering in the pre-show. Like how many times that Brock was going to suplex almost, or how many hits was Sheamus going to deal out in the whole match.
And then there was one, I think, for the main event, who was going to have the first pinfall.
Cody or Roman. They all had it categorized a little differently of what, it's kind of like the prop bets in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't bet on WWE, so they're not getting my money.
Don't get me started on. I saw something today that would almost take me off. They were talking about, it's one of them stupid clickbait sites that, that we all love to hate.
Yeah.
And they were talking about free agents that the Browns could still possibly sign. Oh, no. My dream could come true if this happens.
Oh, God. All right. I'll bite.
Jerick McKinnon. I will go to training camp and I will dog the piss out of him and punch him in his fucking face for costing me all that money on the Super Bowl.
Wow. Tell us how you really feel.
I'm good.
I know your pain, Star.
Y'all like that little news blurb I threw in the chat this afternoon, right?
Yeah, about Tyreek.
But yeah, the wide receiver that wanted,
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, if you want to come here, why would we do such a thing? Why? That makes no sense. We want to go for the guys that don't want shit to do with Cleveland.
When I saw that, I almost wanted to just through the message, going, "Thanks for just ruining my day."
Well, like the
I
fact
was
that
already having a rough enough weekend.
Happy Monday.
Yeah, he said that,
thanks.
but at the same time, I'm gonna look at like, I don't know, maybe you probably would just trolling and doing some shit like that. Because
I mean, April Fool's Day was Saturday, so
yeah,
it was.
That would have been great Saturday. That would have been great Saturday. But
Yeah,
just totally.
I'm
ruined
sure
my-
y'all
Ow.
wish you could just wish that one away.
Got Amari Cooper and Tyreek and Peoples Jones.
Wow. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
It never was going to happen.
Pipe dreams. Nothing but pipe dreams. Unbelievable.
Hey, you want to hear the crazy draft rumor I heard today? And now we have approached the don't believe anything that you wow, you pulled that up like damn.
You guys
Anyway.
planned this, didn't you?
No.
No. Nope.
You don't have a clue.
See, this proves how good we are. That it was a perfect segue.
The
You're welcome.
crazy draft rumor that I heard today.
You're welcome.
Expect Hooker to be drafted before Will Levis.
I'd be okay with that. I don't see the hype behind Levis. Levis reminds me of how Mac Jones was overrated and highly, and then he'll be the one that'll. There's always that one quarterback every year that falls a lot further than they should, and it'll be Levis. The one that scares me though is Richardson.
In what way does it scare you? Does it scare you that because your team might take him, or does it scare you that he might actually live up to something?
No, the thing that scares me is how they put. I remember I shared it in the chat. They said that they were down to Stroud or Young, and then all of a sudden he goes off at his pro day, and it's like, did they change their thoughts now? Now it's a 3-horse race. That's what scares me.
I will say this. I've said it before. If you are basing your pick decision on anybody's pro day or the combine, you are doing it wrong because you have tape. That's what tape is for. However, having said that, Richardson's pro day was pretty damn impressive.
When he hit the ceiling?
Yeah, when he hit the ceiling, number one. And then number two, when he threw like a 60-yard bomb to end it. And then ran down there to celebrate and did like a couple backflips on the way.
Oh, wait, mic drop.
Yeah.
When they say the guy has all the tools and all the talent, I see it. But again,
he's putting it together.
It's putting it together. It's a project, and you're gonna have to be willing to take a guy high in the draft and sit on him.
Well, my thing is like I put in the chat earlier, is that trade. If Tennessee goes to 3, which route are they going to go? Like you brought up Anderson. Which they need to go defense, but
they do.
But I mean, you have Tannehill and you have Malik Willis. Are they not high on Willis, and they're going to sneak in and steal one of these quarterbacks?
I mean, it's definitely a question. If they're going up there, what are they going up there for?
Right. Unless they're looking for offensive linemen to protect Tannehill. Now that they don't have Taylor, Lewan.
That's what I'm thinking. Because you got to remember, you got 3 stud left tackles, and they will probably be what pick do Tennessee have?
Right now, 7, I think.
7's the Raiders. Hang on,
or 8.
They're 11.
Oh damn, they're out of the top 10.
They would be giving up.
They're trained up to 3. Then no, I agree. If they're trained up to 3, then they probably gonna try to get one of those quarterbacks they done wasn't, because them tackles that's coming out, you can get one of them at where y'all drafted at. You got the guy from Penn State. You got Harris Johnson from Ohio State, and then you got the third tackle. I forgot the other third tackle.
Alabama, was it?
Might be. I think he did play for them. I'm not sure though.
I was going to say, but Seattle and Philly are both going to pick before Tennessee, and they need offensive tackles.
Everything I've seen from Seattle says they go D-line. Everything I've seen. It's either Wilson or Carter.
Yeah, they came from Texas Tech.
I will say if Tennessee moves up to 3, they are either going for a quarterback or they are going for the best defensive player in the draft.
And that would be Will Anderson. Yeah.
Yes.
But I just don't see him going for a quarterback because, I mean, yeah, you might not be high on Malik Willis, but I mean,
he's almost only his rookie year.
That's
he
the
needs
thing.
Some work,
so
but he showed enough to where you can do something with him, probably.
Let's put this together for a second because okay, so Carolina at 1, Houston at 2. One of them's going to be Young, one of them's going to be Stroud, right?
Hopefully.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Right.
More than likely. That's what we're looking at. So if they're going up to 3 for a quarterback, who are they taking? Are they taking Richardson, a project guy that has all these tools but needs to put it together? Didn't you just take him last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
You
Like,
literally just took the same type of player.
Or Tennessee comes out and they do the stupidest thing ever and they take Mike Mayer, tight end, Notre Dame.
I mean, I would applaud, frankly.
oh Lord.
At 3, that's way too high.
I would applaud because he's not there for us.
Yeah, they'd be doing Detroit a favor.
Wow. I don't know. If Tennessee jump back 3, that is kind of a.
Well, there's always that one player that's a reach that, like a team like, like the Browns when they took Justin Gilbert, whatever, years ago. Like, there's always that one guy that's a reach, and they should,
That one alone.
Oh, no, the 49ers taking Trey Lance.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
You mean he's starting quarterback until Brock Purdy comes back?
Jesus.
No. Remember, they have said this is an open competition between Lance and Darnold.
If you cannot beat Sam Darnold, you need to retire.
I almost threw up when I heard that. I said an open competition between Sam Darnold and freaking Trey Lance. I said that's not even a competition.
Well, and that's the best part. They said they're going to split reps. I mean, so Trey Lance isn't even getting all the reps. I mean, my God.
Yeah, I just give me the brick wall now because I'm gonna need it until Purdy gets in there and comes back. It's gonna be the ultimate cluster bomb, and it's just where are the 49ers finishing? 4th, people. 4th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bottom of the basement. You thought the Rams were and the Cards were screwed up? No. The team that's totally hosed out.
Just remember, we have hit April. We can't believe anything. So Tennessee could be a thing where they tried to make a deal with Arizona. They couldn't really make it work. And so now they're leaking it out there that they're interested to drive up the price so nobody else moves into it. Because Arizona, you pretty much know what they're going to do. I mean, if they stay in that position, they're taking Anderson.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's nobody else. I mean, I don't see anybody else really. New England's not going to bother moving up. Belichick
Raiders
never moves up.
Raiders.
Are the Raiders really? I mean,
Yes.
to jump Seattle and Detroit?
Yes. If they want to. If they really want to, they'll do it.
I can see the Raiders taking a Will Levis or a Richardson.
Yeah.
I can see that. That's a Josh McDaniels type of player.
Yes.
Move.
You got Jimmy G there for 3 years?
Yeah. If he can stay healthy for all 3.
I was
Yeah. It's enough time.
Heaven forbid Jimmy G's there for a year, maybe 2, while you're stashing a Richardson and getting him better and acclimated, and then you throw him out there and throw Jimmy G to the Wolves like everybody else does.
Yeah. MVG.
Right.
Porn star Jimmy.
And then that leaves the Colts with
Minshew.
what?
Gardner Minshew.
Okay.
No,
My honest opinion, what happens in that situation, if 3 quarterbacks go before the Colts go?
I don't think Houston's taking a quarterback.
They are not happy with Davis Mills. They are not.
I ain't happy with Davis Mills on Madden when I play with him.
Wow.
I don't know that they're happy with Davis Mills as their backup quarterback, let alone their starter. Regardless. So make the assumption that the first 3 picks are all quarterbacks. In that situation, I don't think you see a trade. I think you see the Colts throw a contract at Lamar. That's what I think you see.
Imagine this, though, that some stupid reason Houston does not go quarterback. Do you know how many teams are going to be jumping over each other to get to the podium and make that trade?
It would be chaos.
Pandemonium.
Absolute chaos, and it would be delicious.
Yeah, I was going to say. It would be something the fans want to see. We like to
guy over
see,
top of another all the way to get to the top of the or to turn in the card to get, like for the trade.
yeah, get a draft day going. Just trade after trade after trade.
Arizona at the table would just stand up and just be like, "Hey, call us. Just call us. Let's go."
They're gonna be doing an interview on the ESPN or NFL Network. You're gonna just see the GM, they're at the Arizona table, and you're just gonna see the guy leaning in the camera go,
Yeah, that's it. You're gonna have guys running over to that table.
Oh yeah, or you see paper airplanes getting thrown. Here's our trade offer. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Arizona considering Kyler's out for probably the whole year.
Yeah, they're not in a win situation, at least not this year. So
I was gonna say because where will he? I mean, Lamar is technically the same system for Arizona. That's why I was surprised that Arizona hasn't made a move to turn around and try to go after Lamar because it is a similar
here's your
system.
problem.
Yes,
I understand.
Lamar, you got to pay Lamar.
I was going to say, then you're paying both Murray and Lamar.
Yeah.
Hey, we've seen dumber things in the NFL. Come on. This is the NFL, right?
Maybe the Texans, but not the Cardinals.
I mean, you can
give them a little credit.
Forget about Hopkins, man. You're trading like half your damn team after that because you don't have a choice. It's either that or you're cutting them because you can't afford to pay anybody else. That's half your damn cap. I just think, considering what Jim Irsay has said for the Colts, if they can't get the guy that they're looking for, whomever that may be, what other option do they have? Are you just going to sit there with what you've got?
Hell no.
For another year? You can't. You
Here,
don't squat.
I know this is one of those no way in hell it's going to happen. But how funny would it be is if they miss out on their quarterback and they just go to Aaron Rodgers and say, "Boom, we'll give you what you want." After all the lists that he gave to the Jets, and then the Colts come swooping in and steal them away.
They go to Green Bay and say, "We'll give you a first for him."
2 firsts.
Oh my God. How about this? If we don't want to go the Lamar route, what if the Colts give a little call to Uncle Bill and say, "We'll take Mac Jones off your hand"? Because there's some question marks there.
I don't think Bill's too happy with him.
I was going to say that's why they're happy with Zappy.
They're not happy with Mac because Mac was not happy with the offensive play calling this past year. And while he was right, the rumor is Bill is not happy with the fact that he actually came out and was visibly upset about it and actually let it slip that he was unhappy. And that's pettiness, but we understand pettiness.
I like pettiness.
Right.
Yeah, but if it's not the Patriot way, guess what?
Right.
Yeah.
Hell, if it ain't my way, it's no way.
If it's not the Patriot way, you're out of there. You're peace. You're gone. Jacoby Brissett. Brissett's a perfect example.
I ain't even gonna use Jacoby Brissett. This is the same guy that Bill Belichick is the same guy that cut a guy after he ran for 250 yards and 4 TDs on the Monday night game because he didn't cut a prep because his alarm clock didn't go off. That's Bill Belichick.
Disappointing.
You're like, I just ran for 250 on Monday night and 4 TDs, man. I should get it. Bill's like, no. You go these papers right here. Yeah, you've been released, buddy.
Were you here? No. And guess what? Right. You're still not. Goodbye.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
You've been demoted to a free agent. There you go.
Yep.
And he ain't signed with nobody since.
You say when you interview with those other teams, make sure you show them your new alarm clock.
Wow. Ooh, he went there.
So Belichick's a dick, bro. I could see him being behind the scenes. The same guy that gave his resignation on a paper towel. No, on a napkin. My fault.
Now, I know we're getting close to the end here, and it's a totally different topic. I do want to bring up a specific number from something, and that's I want to bring up the number for the women's championship game in basketball.
Wrong one.
It says men's, but that's close.
We just need
I
to
got
roll.
some things I gotta say about that women's game. It's not even a women's game. Just,
Honestly, I know what the big story has been, and personally, I don't think it's a story. If you don't like trash talk, win.
thank you.
Straight up.
I don't even look at it like that. This is how
No.
I look at it. It's like it's all cool when she doing the you can't see me and going against South Carolina based like, oh, I'm not gonna even guard you. It's competitiveness. It's she's showing team spirit. But when you getting your ass bumped and she does the you can't see me and point to the champion to the friend like, I'm about to give me a ring. All of a sudden it's classless.
No,
they like it's hood, it's too ghetto. Like, wait, what? No, like,
no,
you don't do that because she's your golden girl at the moment. That's the only reason everybody trying to. No, don't do that.
Nah, you got a problem with it? Win, then you don't got to worry
exactly.
about it. That's how it is. But that's
she
not
won.
the story.
She's whooping that ass. Everybody can talk shit.
That's not the story I was bringing up.
I know. I just had to get that off my chest.
No worries. The story I was bringing up. So it's been said, women's sports don't draw.
Oh, they drew.
Oh, they drew. Championship game, 9.9 million viewers.
Wow.
For the women's championship game. We are going to put some perspective on this because I've got some comparisons.
Shoot.
I watched every game from the Buckeyes being UConn in the Elite Eight to every women's championship game from there to the end.
I'm assuming, let me just throw this out there before you get into this. I'm assuming that they outdrew the national championship game between Georgia and TCU.
I don't have that one specifically on here. However,
but they outdrew the NBA Finals.
Let me get into what I've got.
Everybody hush.
That is more viewers than the Sugar Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Cotton Bowl. That's more viewers than the Big 12, Pac-12, ACC title games. That's more than Notre Dame, USC, LSU, Alabama, Ohio State, Penn State, Bama, Texas A&M, prime time on CBS. And now, just to put it get it away from college football, that is more viewers than every game of last year's NBA playoffs, except for the finals. Every game of last year's Major League Baseball postseason, except for the World Series. That is more viewers than every NASCAR race since 2017.
Don't let Bruiser hear that.
That includes all Daytona 500s. And that is more viewers than every NHL game in the last 50 years, including Stanley Cup Finals.
Wow.
You give them an outlet, you give them some promotion, you let people know where they are. People showed up to watch.
Oh yeah,
I think it's safe to say they drew.
Problem is the WNBA doesn't draw though.
Build from this.
That's exactly it.
Give them a better outlet and see what the WNBA can do.
I'm one of the one people that actually watch the WNBA. I watch all that stuff. I just like basketball in general. And also, too, I can't say sex because if I play any of them women, they'll kick my ass probably.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, play them to 10, you're getting 0.
I'm getting 0.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
I'm getting 0. Yeah, the way Taylor Parker was playing, she'll probably just hit 4 threes in my face, and I'll just walk away like you got it.
Don't sit here and say you're going to get 1 because you're not.
No, I'm going to get 0.
Yeah.
I'm going to get 0. I'm going to get a lucky shot. I'm literally going to have to get a miss, take the ball out, and just hope I get a basket. Which I probably won't.
Here's a better one, and this might even put it in even better perspective. 9.9 million viewers. The average viewership for the Amazon Thursday night NFL football game was 9.6.
That
And
means
you can
people
have
watch
all
them
you want. That is
sensitive games.
Wow.
that is the NFL, and it's a game all by itself with no competition.
Wow.
I can't believe 9 million people actually watch them damn games. Them games be ass.
All right, so it was for the national championship game in football was 17.8 million.
Yeah.
So I
You're
mean,
not, you know what? It's in this case, it's not about being top dog. It's about
Right.
showing that you can exist.
true.
And they sure as hell showed that.
And a lot of people say that too. A lot of people, and also it's not only that, but just other stuff through the course of the tournament. Though, like you have people getting stolen in the handshake lines, and
Yeah, there was a lot of fighting this year in the women's too, though. NIT or the other one.
yeah,
Current scoreboard, by the way, UConn up 26-15
Yeah, I was just checking
with
too.
6 minutes left in the half. A lot of defense here.
I was gonna say, that over isn't looking too hot.
No, it's not. No, it is
fuck
not.
UConn.
It's either a lot of lousy shots or it's some serious defense going on. Because that is some serious low scoring.
Yeah, forget UConn. I'll go for the Atlantic.
Yeah, Florida Atlantic, I loved seeing that.
I like anybody but UConn.
350
but
to
UConn.
1. 350 to 1 out of Florida Atlantic. I was like, whoa, buddy. that would have been raising some serious eyebrows. But yeah, just clicked over to check that out real quick.
Come on, UConn, blow that lead.
And did I hear correctly that Zolt finally got slipped a little last week or yesterday?
You can't win every week.
Well,
He's
we
got
take it
to
down.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, my lead is only like 80 something now.
So I got to jump back in and give those some competition.
I lost by 6 points. Yes, and you know what? I'm starting to rethink. I might have to go back to putting no prep work into it.
Yeah, I totally, by paying attention this week, I screwed myself. And if I would have left my crap alone and let everybody go for the 7th time in a week, I actually probably would have done a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, my
Totally
screw up was the choices at the end. I only got one of the 4 right. So
yeah, it was 50-50. Those are kind of crazy. It was like, yeah, just flip a coin because that's all those are. It's like here's an extra 40 bonus points.
yeah, I got to the point. I was actually on the app with like 2 laps to go in stage 2. So I'm like, oh, hey, this is good timing. I can actually check this. My garage guy was in 8th, and everybody else was above him. And I'm just like,
Who's your garage guy?
I couldn't even tell you. But I'm just sitting there going, like, hey, you know what? I gotta leave it. If these guys screw it up, there's nothing I can do about it.
literally.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I was like, nah, look, I'll sit that one out. I don't know much about NASCAR. Like, I'll take my win and leave.
Well, my garage guy was Truex.
Martin Truex.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah, I don't be what's the name. Let's see.
How about that Jaden Davis recruitment?
How about it?
I was surprised. I didn't think we were going to get him.
Nah, I was pretty sure of it. He seemed pretty intent on. He was making a lot of trips to Ann Arbor. He was making a lot of unofficial visits, just popping in. So, I felt good about it. You never know until the kid decides, and sometimes you never know after the kid decides. But obviously it's better to get him than not. So
true. I'm excited. I mean, they seem like they got a nice class coming in, and they keep coming in and stealing all the Ohio boys. I love it. Especially the two local kids that are linemen here, like from St. Ed's and Avon. Like, that is awesome.
I'm liking. I liked the running back since since Corum didn't play and Edwards didn't play.
Hall.
Was it Ben Hall? Yeah, I mean he looked really impressive. How about the former walk-on wide receiver that caught 126 yards?
Yeah. Well, I gotta admit, I'm not gonna. I had to laugh, but the damn turf monster struck again.
Yeah. You'll have that.
Dude had a clear shot to the end zone, in just typical fashion. Wheels got fucking, excuse my language, but Wheels got tripped up, and next thing you know, I love how he got to the sideline, and everybody was already razzing him about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? It's the spring game. You get that stuff out now.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, do not do that in the Big Ten championship game or against Ohio State.
Do the spring games already?
Yeah. Michigan's spring game was this weekend.
Yeah,
I'm just looking forward to seeing.
I don't care about.
No, it's fun.
None of this college football shit.
That's all
I don't care about Michigan. I don't care about Ohio State.
I will say this. I know they're not done yet, but those new scoreboards
are looking huge,
massive.
Yes, they said there was 5 tiers on the last one. They're going up to 9. Yeah, they're gonna basically try to be like it's Jerry's World, but in the college form.
Yeah, but I mean, why?
Why not?
What do you mean?
It has not been updated in years.
You have no obstructions in the stadium.
Yes, George, but when you're sitting in row 126, you need the damn giant scoreboard.
It's hard to see from them nosebleeds.
Trust me, man. I've been there.
I understand what he's saying.
When you're in the student section and you don't feel like showing up 4 hours ahead of game time to get your seat, and you're sitting in row 126 and you're just looking down on the field and you're like, does that say 40-yard line? Yeah, the scoreboard is your friend.
Yeah. That's your BFF for the day.
You're spending more time looking up at the scoreboard than the actual field, huh?
Absolutely.
I'm not going to look up here.
Should have just stayed home at that point.
I'm just taking pictures of the field.
It's the atmosphere.
Hey, you can. All I'm saying is you can make some of that money back from.
I never been to an Ohio State game, but I went to a Michigan State game, and I sat with the student section. That shit is like crazy, bro.
Yeah, my bucket list is I have to go to Penn State.
My team lost, but at the same time, it was fun though, because like they was talking shit, but then after that, we just left, went to a couple parties.
I was gonna say
that's it. Like, it's cool.
Oh, speaking of which,
what you bring him here? Oh well, he's cool because we whipped his team, so he can hang with us for the day. He got drinking sorrows away. Like, yeah, what he said.
When are the games for the Frozen Four? Thursday, right?
Yeah, Thursday, Saturday. Hang on.
Just so I don't forget.
Don't get me started on that, because that I do not agree with the whole taking a week off.
Yeah, because that ruins your momentum.
It completely does. I mean, I understand you're trying to stay away from the Final Four, March Madness, but they play Saturday, Monday.
Yeah.
Play Friday, Sunday.
Yeah, true. I want to say it was 8. I think Michigan plays at 8.
I'm bringing up the schedule here.
I was going to say
Yes, Michigan plays at
were you
8:30 on
looking at-
Thursday. 8:30 on Thursday. The first game's at 5:00.
Okay.
And then championship is Saturday at 8 p.m.
ESPN2 or something.
ESPN The Deuce. Yeah, all of it's on ESPN2.
Who's all in the Frozen Four?
It is Minnesota versus Boston University, and then the team we can't pronounce against Michigan. Quinnipiac. Or Quinnipiac.
See, that's
They're
pretty-
always there, though.
They are. They're always in the tournament.
And then they said that about Minnesota. They said like Minnesota like the favorite or something.
Yeah,
They were the number one seed.
Yeah, they're the number one seed.
Be nice to see a Big Ten.
2 weeks left for NHL hockey too.
Yep.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, they did the playoff matchups. I think it's Toronto and Tampa in the first round.
Don't matter. Blue Jackets whack asses ain't gonna be there.
Wow, man!
Right.
Wow. Yeah,
What?
we sort of knew
What?
that. I mean,
What? They
that's
trash.
no
They
secret.
hot garbage. They hot garbage. I
Well-
can score more goals on the Blue Jackets than any other team. They suck.
To be fair,
Future
you're
collapse
looking at a lot of
episode.
Allowed to have the good view.
Future collapse episode, like the one on the Red Wings.
If you know what, if you're gonna suck though, get yourself a lottery pick.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, that's
that's
true.
where they're at.
So we got that last until, whatever, till the playoffs for that start. And then what are we, like, almost 3 weeks now from the draft?
Yes, it's the 24th
4th or 25th?
I thought it was
the only
26th.
time-
I could be wrong.
By the
Okay.
way, this is the only time I will be watching hockey is playoff hockey. I don't watch regular season.
It's the best
But I
hockey
watch
there is.
playoffs,
Or it's
I watch
either
playoffs.
it's either the 20th or the 27th, because that's the first that's the Thursday.
Probably 27th.
Yeah. So 24 days.
Tampa
Yep.
Bay is in. Colorado will be
It's
in.
crazy too though, because I didn't start watching hockey. And I with this girl, and it's funny because she actually was a Lightning fan, and she actually like
Smart
turned
girl.
to a hockey game.
You'd have married her.
And no, no, but yeah, and that then
Adam, you're lucky I've got the controls. You would have booted you already.
It's crazy because like I don't know nothing about hockey, so like as we watching the game, she's literally explaining everything to me. Like they come like offside. I'm like, how you get offside in hockey? They all like she's explaining everything to me as like I'm like, okay. And then the announcer starting off, I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. Like, how the fuck y'all keep up with that? Like
Easy.
I love playoff hockey though. Every time I watch hockey.
So exciting.
Playoff
Mhm.
hockey is
It
just
is. Long to throw
it's
off
hard to
long to
top.
throw a snow cone. Long to snow off throw cone don't win or repeat.
just
Hey, really? Really? It is snow cone.
he's back.
Don't George, don't hate because your team logo to throw a snow cone. Don't be mad at me.
Not a snow cone.
Don't be mad at me. What is it?
We'll say this:
It's a
playoff
round.
hockey is spectacular because
No,
of the
snow cone that threw
intensity.
up. That's what your logo look like.
What's that, Zolt?
I was going to say playoff hockey is fantastic because of the intensity and
Mhm.
the fact that not only is it that intense, but you keep that intensity for a solid month and a half,
Mm-hmm.
and it just
Also like the
keeps
upsets too, though.
ramping up.
Yep.
Hockey, it seemed like anybody could win. Kind of like basketball and where the
Oh, I'm
favorite
waiting for the
hockey,
Bruins
it seemed
to
like
choke.
anybody could win. Like
It's
you're gonna
it's
see a
whoever
top
is
seed
hot.
lose or get swept. Like
Oh, I'm totally waiting for the Bruins to choke this.
it might be the Avalanche.
Wouldn't it be nice to see Tampa Bay knock out Boston? That'd be awesome.
Well, I mean, realistically, maybe in the second round. First round is going to be
Yeah.
Islanders, Penguins. It'll be the Panthers after they pass the Penguins. Haha. Hopefully, knock on wood. I can say that because Bruiser's not here.
Right. Touche.
So everybody's still figuring out seeding basically. So
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
nothing
we're
set in
coming
stone
down to
yet,
the end.
basically.
Yeah,
We're
we're
getting
seeing
down
who's
to
in,
the-
who's out.
Yeah,
About the
I
Capitol.
like the
Alien.
fact that Seattle is right there on that wild card spot. I mean, not bad. Your second season in existence, and you're gonna get yourself right on in there. That's pretty good. That's pretty
Yeah.
darn good.
Then Vegas win it. They like rookie year, inaugural year.
No, they went. They didn't win
They
it.
went, but they didn't
Oh, they
win.
went. Okay.
Yeah, going, but didn't quite complete it. That would have been the ultimate right there. That would have totally been the ultimate.
I got to find another hockey collab to send us over. This was not on the Red Ring. This was on the. Oh God. I think it was Was it the Senators or the Capitol? No, the Senators. I think. I don't know. I think in like 2017 they went to like the conference finals and lost to Pittsburgh.
So halftime 36-24.
Up by 12 at the half.
Yeah.
There's some happy
Oh,
people because
UConn.
it was UConn by 4.
Oh, what was the score?
No, I want UConn to lose.
36-24.
I don't have those numbers.
You do not have those numbers.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
the fundraiser scoreboard.
I went to that thing with no expectations. I only did it for Bryce. You're
So,
welcome, George.
hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
I don't like spending my money on things that's not sure things.
Spot 44.
There's,
won
by the
that
way,
one.
Darius
That
Garland's dead to me.
is Kirsten Hormel. That's Max's mom. She's the one who won that bad boy
You heard me, Star?
What's that?
in the first
I
half.
said, by the way, Darius Garland is now dead to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I lost in my semi. I lost my fantasy playoff in basketball by 17 points because Darius Garland the last month of the season wanted to play like shit.
It's always something, ain't it?
Yeah. So you get that LeBron status. I'll root for you because you play for my team, but you're dead to me. Sorry, Garland. Now get that Jalen Hurts treatment. If it make him feel any better, we'll close it out on this. Andy Dalton will always be dead. NFL career-wise, at least. You see some of the 49ers?
Clint, you were just looking to get
Trying
He was
really
playing
hard.
so hard.
No, this is why, George. Because you hate on Trey Lance so much. Where if Dolphins decide Andy Dalton, you will appreciate Trey Lance more.
No. Nope.
That's crazy. I tried. He just don't like Trey Lance.
No.
You rather have Andy Dalton than Trey Lance, George?
Sure.
No.
Damn fool. You a goddamn fool.
Hang on a second. Okay, we're good. That's deserved.
Guardians up 2-1.
No, it's the Oakland just tied it.
Damn. That quick. Shout out to them though. Then they won 3 out of 4. Oh yeah, I forgot. Me and Robbie is going to the Yankees game next week.
Yeah, it's too early.
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna be cold.
That's exactly why I
Yeah,
won't
I
go
know.
until at least the end of May or June.
But that's the thing though. We always go to the game the Yankees play. Yeah, I thought like that. I thought it was kind of early too. Like this is too early, man. Second week.
Well, that's because they're playing
crazy.
everybody this year. They're going to play like every team in the majors, if I'm not mistaken.
I want to go to an interleague game.
I want to get tickets to Philly. I got to go see Bryce Harper.
Yep. That's I want to take Bryce. Yep.
Oh, we
And
can
I
go
want to
that
sit
one.
right there in right field.
I'm gonna bring a side that say, "Hey, Kyle Schwarber, Joe Buck on your nuts." That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring that time.
Harper does still play right field, doesn't he?
Yes, he do. I'm like, "Hey, Bryce, Hunter Strickland, your daddy, bitch." No, I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, that's arriving Wednesday, Adam. That's arriving Wednesday.
I had a buddy that actually made me some, and it's like, and I don't want to. I'm not trying to be that a-hole, but I know the Block M is hard to replicate when you're
Yes.
trying to paint and draw. Like if you don't have the artistic hand, it's not gonna go. Just like how as Indians fans, Chief Wahoo was always that way. He always looked deformed.
He did.
Yeah. The ones I wanted is that he did for me, they were yellow boards, or it was blue boards with the yellow wing, like 3 stripes going up the board, which was pretty sweet. So I can't complain about that. They were awesome. The problem is just anywhere I put the damn bags, mice would get to them because, obviously being in garages and stuff like that, it was hard to keep them from getting into it.
Yep.
That's gorgeous, though.
Yeah.
Oakland just took the lead. We would be the team to come out and take 3 or 4 from a good Seattle team and then lose to a god awful to 10 people in the stands in Oakland.
Who's pitching?
Who was it? Plesac, I think.
Oh my God! Can we please get rid of him?
No. You know how many times I said that about Brian Shaw and that dude stayed on the roster for how long? Yeah, it's Plesac.
Brian Shaw got a picture here. He will always come back here no matter what. It's set in stone.
All right, let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Yes. Yes, please.
Yes.
Well, thank you everybody for first and foremost, as to finish off here, for all those who did participate in supporting the Ermis 12U baseball squad for the squares. Thank you very much again. The bat bags have been purchased and have been given out to the kids, so thank you very much for that, and congrats to again the first half winner is Kirsten Hormel, and of course we will post later.
So what do I need for the second half to happen?
What's that?
So how do the second half need to go? I still need somebody in at 8-3, no, or 8-5.
Yep. You need San Diego State to end in 5 and UConn to end in 8.
Well, I'm not winning no money because I want UConn to lose. So.
Well, it's just whatever their score has to. The number
Doesn't matter who wins or loses.
Doesn't matter who wins or loses.
I know.
It just needs to be that number.
I'm saying I want UConn to lose.
Okay. But again, we do appreciate everybody who did tune in, and I know that Mr. Sanders is our diehard over on the Twitch there. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that as always, keeping our Twitch count going. So, until next week, for Zolt, Adam, Clint, and GG3, we'll see you on the flip side.